Hey everybody, I'm Rook. Welcome to the table. Got a speed duel deck profile for you today. This one I'm having a lot of fun with recently, and I will preface it by saying that it's completely casual, not really meta right now, but let's talk about Meteor B Dragon. That guy is a monster, and I have built a deck around him, so I wanted to show you guys the Meteor B Dragon deck that I put together. I want to start with my skill, a Joey Wheeler skill. We have Palamization. So unlike the Ryu Senshi deck, Meteor B Dragon works with Palamization. Palamization is you can substitute a normal monster as a fusion material. You can activate it once per duel. You can substitute a normal monster as a fusion material as long as you have one of the fusion materials and polymerization, and you can get the polymerization off. So it's really great if like I have half of the fusion in my hand in polymerization, activate Palamization if maybe I have another normal monster in my hand. I can just use that as fodder, dump that to the grave, and then I got my Meteor B Dragon out. So Palamization, the best skill right now for this deck, I would say, especially because it's a fusion deck where Palamization works on it. Meteor B Dragon, luckily, does not say that the card has to be summoned with those specific materials. So Palamization works here, and I like that. Let's talk about monsters. Meteor B Dragon requires 2 fusions. We got Meteor Dragon, 2 of them, and Red Eyes Black Dragon, 3 of those. Meteor Dragon is not a great card on its own. It is 1800 attack and 2000 defense. 6-star monster, you'll pretty much never see this on the field. It is really just used to get the Meteor B Dragon out. Red Eyes Black Dragon you might see on the field. That's a great card. 2400 attack and 2000 defense. That's a 7-star monster. That dragon is good. Those are the 2 fusion materials for Meteor B Dragon. So need those fusions in there. One of the downsides about the deck is that if you draw all these, that they're huge bricks. It's hard to get rid of. So, you know, that's just a risk running with the deck, but I like them. I only use 2 Meteor Dragons for that reason, because I don't want to brick. But the Red Eyes Black Dragons are pretty good. I'll get into why later, why I run 3 there. Moving on, 3 Blue Dragon Summoner. Blue Dragon Summoner, pretty straightforward. You can actually summon this. It's a 4-star monster, 1500 attack, 600 defense, and when it goes to the graveyard, let's see, does that have to be destroyed by battle? No, just when it's sent from the field to the graveyard. You can add 1 Dragon, Warrior, or Spellcaster from your deck to your hand, so obviously we're looking for Dragon. We're looking to complete the fusion. Maybe we have Meteor Dragon but not Red Eyes. We can add the other Dragon to the hand, and we can Polymerization. Blue Dragon Summoner, pretty good. Something you get on the field there. And then the last monster I run 2 Baby Dragon, just because I like the dragon theme. Baby Dragon is worthless. I wouldn't recommend using him to attack unless you can get 1200 damage in, 1200 attack and 700 defense, but a 3-star dragon monster, now it is a normal monster, so this could be used as fodder for Palamization. Also, it can be searched with Blue Dragon Summoner, so I like that too. Baby Dragon, I mean, you could set it as, you know, just to kind of give yourself a little defense. You could use it as Palamization fodder, and because Baby Dragon's in this deck, you could actually also summon the 1000 Dragon if you wanted to, although, of course, you're probably always going to want to summon Meteor B. But 2 Baby Dragon. And that's all the monsters. So let's move on to spells. The spells are kind of all over the place. I picked a lot of different spells until I had to narrow them down, but let's start with the basics. We got 2 Polymerization. Obviously the card you need to get Meteor B Dragon. You need that in your hand to polymerize Meteor Dragon and Red Eyes Black Dragon to get Meteor B Dragon. So Polymerization, good staple in the deck. And I also run 1 Fusion Recovery, similar to the to most other polymerization decks that I am currently using for fun. I do run a Fusion Recovery just because, hey, the card's out there in the format, might as well use it. I do have 1, as opposed to running 3 polymerization, I'm running 2 polymerization, 1 Fusion Recovery. Fusion Recovery can target a polymerization in the graveyard and one of the fusion materials and puts it back in your hand. So it could be a brick, but when it works, you're getting 2 cards back, and that's really something. I like that. So 1 Fusion Recovery. Next, tried and true, 2 Night Beam. Gotta have that magic removal. I'm running like 2 Night Beam in every deck, I think. It's what I'm doing. Night Beam, people setting defense back rows, Windstorm, Kunai, all over the place, and I just want to get rid of it. So Night Beam there. And then last spell, and this is a little bit of a toss-up, but I'm running a Shard of Greed because at one point I said to myself, oh my gosh, how do I draw cards in this deck? So I have a Shard of Greed in there. Shard of Greed, every time you draw normally, when your turn starts, you put a counter on the card. And once it gets to 2 counters, you can send the card from the field to the graveyard, and you can draw 2 cards. So it's pretty much, you know, you set it on the field, you let it build interest, and then you cash in your 2 cards in a couple turns. So Shard of Greed's pretty good. And then traps. Traps, very sparse in this deck, I will say. Only run 2 traps, but 4 traps total. So 2 Red Eyes Spirit. This is why I'm running 3 Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes Spirit is just basically a trap that says you can target a Red Eyes Black Dragon in your graveyard, you can special summon it to the field. So say that I'm Polymerization, Meteor Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon for the Meteor B Dragon, and I have Red Eyes Spirit set. Bam, activate Red Eyes Spirit. Now I have Meteor B Dragon, and that Red Eyes Black Dragon is back on the field. That's a huge amount of attack damage on the field right away. In fact, I thought about tinkering with like an OTK version of this deck, where it's more Shard of Greeds and Red Eyes Spirits, and then you just do everything at once. But you know, right now here in the kind of the mid-range kind of control, I'm running 2 Red Eyes Spirit just because I like seeing Red Eyes on the field also. And then last trap I run, I got some defense here. 2 Windstorm of Ataqua. The Windstorm of Ataqua could be Kunai, they could be Sphere Karibo, really however you want to do it, but I went with Windstorm of Ataqua because just depending on the type of field I'm dealing with, my dragons are typically going to be way stronger than the opponent's monsters, so a Kunai, that 500 damage isn't really going to make or break an attack in the damage step for the most part, and you might as well be careful and make sure that, you know, if they're running a lot of monsters, you can put them all in defense quickly with Windstorm. So there's Windstorm of Ataqua. And then, of course, just like any fusion deck, we got an extra deck. Extra deck, 3 Meteor B Dragons. Look at them. Look at them. They're so pretty. Meteor B Dragons. Holy cow, 3,500 attack, 2,000 defense. It is a dragon fusion of Red Eyes Black Dragon and Meteor Dragon. That's really all there is to it. Just a huge, huge beater that you're trying to get out on the field. Like I said, if you're able to Polymerization, get the Polymerization off, or even Palamization, get a Meteor B out, and then you can Red Eye Spirit, another Red Eyes back. Sometimes you can get 2 Meteor Bs out at the same time. That's crazy, so I really like that. It's really exciting when you get those fusions out. It's a lot of fun. So I really, really like this deck. I recommend you guys try it. You know, this deck isn't really going anywhere. Right now, for context, we're waiting for the Trials of the Kingdom booster pack, which is coming out here in early December. It's like late November 2019 right now. So this is a fun deck to just pick up if you're a little bored and you want to try something new. The only reason, well, not the only reason, but one of the reasons why this deck isn't very viable is because there's really no protecting it from bug spray and really no protecting it from return to hand effects like Gale Lizard or Hyper Hammerhead. Your opponent might be taking a lot of damage with Hyper Hammerhead, for example, but they'll still get it back to your hand. In that case, back to the extra deck. If you think about return to hand with a fusion, and that's a huge pain in the butt, and that sets you back so far. So I think that's why it's not meta. And of course, bug spray. I mean, you could run magic jammers specifically to try and combat that, but like I said, man-eater bug, Gale Lizard hand effects, just too many stoppers out there. But I really like the deck. If you're just playing for fun and having a good time, and you really like Meteor B Dragon and just dragons in general, and you want to play something other than Dragon Caller, pick this up. Try it out. It's a lot of fun. So of course, I thank you guys for watching, and feel free to like this if you liked it, and I'll probably make some more. So if you like that, then keep watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.